Hey guys, T2 out here, Tightening Survival. Today we're going over 5 things that I learned as a prepper from doing a long distance backpack trip. So this really has to do with the bug out bag. You know, a bug out bag is supposed to last you 3 to 5 days. You're getting from point A to point B, hopefully somewhere safe, in a quickest amount of time possible, and you have to survive out of that bag. It should have enough survival supplies in there, enough supplies in there to keep you alive. Instead of watching Prepper Pete, who never really tests his gear and never really goes out, well, why not watch the people who do go out, who do survive out of their bags, who go from point A to point B, who live out of their bag for days, months at a time. Those people are the hikers, the long distance hikers that are putting 700, 800, 900 miles in a trip. So these are 5 things that I learned doing a long distance, and it was only 26 miles, backpacking trip. 5, you won't build a fire nearly as much as possible. We did a 3-day overnight adventure. We built 0 fire. There's plenty of guys who go out on the Appalachian Trail, the CDT, the AZT, PCT, and never build a fire. Things like a big old knife or a saw, you don't necessarily need them. If your bug out plan is, well, I'm going to take my bag, take my family, go live out in the middle of the woods, that plan is crap. Your plan should include a place with a roof over its head. You don't need a big knife and a big saw. Probably not going to build a fire at someone else's house or inside of a hotel. Bushcrafting kits, yeah, these things are great. But bugging out kits where you're on foot and you're having to walk 20, 30, 40 miles away, these things are just heavy, extra heavy weight. You're probably thinking, well, how am I supposed to build a shelter? How am I supposed to boil water? This weighs a whole lot less than these. These are probably 2.5 pounds. This right here, half a pound, 8.9 ounces. But you can get 10 to 15 bowls out of this thing right here. Carry a tarp. So much lighter weight. It's going to keep you dry. A better sleeping bag weighs a whole lot less than these things too. So ditch your heavy fire making equipment. Number 4, repetitive items just add extra weight. We all know Prepper Pete, who's got 15 different knives, who's got a full-blown medical kit in his bag, who's got 16 different types of ammunition. This is a bag for 3 to 5 days. You don't need that much stuff. All of that stuff just adds on weight. My pack was 50 pounds. That's even after taking about 10.5 pounds worth of stuff out of my bag. I didn't need half that stuff. Number 3, ditch these heavy metal containers. This thing weighs 10 ounces. This is a 40-ounce clean canteen. I'm not knocking the brand. I think they're great containers. That's why I bought it. But when am I ever going to boil 40 ounces of water? Here in America, these little filters do great jobs. But this right here, you still have to carry some sort of a cook pot. You've got your cook pot you can boil your water in if you need to. But this right here is going to get most everything out. Now, it's not going to remove viruses. But if you're worried about viruses, get you one that does. Number 2, plan your meals. A hiker, a long-term hiker, long-distance hiker, will plan their meals. Well, this is for breakfast on day 1, this is for lunch on day 1, this is for dinner on day 1. This is day 2, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Day 3, plan your meals though. And that way, you know how much that you're going to eat. And walking, it's going to be a whole lot more. Make sure it's enough calories per day. Have your snacks during the day, and have some sort of a freeze-dried meal or a rice or something like a pasta side, rice side, Mountain House for dinner. Another thing, ditch the MRE. Even though this one is field strip, it still weighs over 1.5 pounds. Don't listen to these people that go, oh, I can last 3 weeks without food. No, you can't. Your body might be able to, but you're not going to do it during a bug out. And number 1, the number 1 thing I've learned, everything adds weight. So weigh your gear. For the last few years, I've just been throwing stuff in my bag. Whether it's a clean canteen to replace a Nalgene bottle, whether it's an axe to replace a saw, a knife to replace a different knife, everything weighed something. And just like this right here, where I can save half a pound between these two, that's half a pound I don't have to carry. Carrying 50 pounds on the Foothills Trail, it sucked. But I wasn't in a stressful situation. That was just relaxing, camping with a guy. If you're in a stressful situation, you don't want a 90-pound pack on your bag. Weigh your gear and test it out. But my plan was to go hike 20, 30 miles in case end of the world happened with a 65-pound pack. I wouldn't have made it very far. If I cut some of this weight out, I don't need to have all of this stuff in my bag that I didn't even use. And I know some of you guys, well, back when I was in the Army, we used to carry 50 pounds for 20 miles. Yeah, that was 20 years ago and 100 pounds ago. So lighten your loads. Something as simple as carrying this instead of your big old canteen, that's half a pound. Something simple as carrying this instead of your axe, 3, 4, 5 pounds even. But start dropping some weight from your bag. It's not that hard, and your body is going to thank you in case you ever have to leave. Bonus tip, and I learned this one from Survival Dispatch, and I wish I would have thought of it, but I got to give a shout out to them. Ditch the deck of cards. You're not going to be needing it. This has been 5 tips that I learned from doing a long distance trail hike. Y'all like, subscribe, and share. Tell me what y'all want to see in the comments. If you agree, if you disagree with me on this video, let me know. Y'all have a good day. Hope you enjoy.